Okay, I've had a request by my old mate Jeff Glenn, otherwise known as the Quaff, to do the solo for the Beatles version of Till There Was You. This is my stereo album, which I bought in 1976, which is a very hot summer. Bought it in Brighton. This one I haven't had as long as that, but it's the mono one. They both sound great. A mono one, brilliant. So, now I used to play this down here, the solo. It's starting in the F position. First bit I used to do down there. Well, I'll get it right someday. But apparently I've looked at some Beatles live things from 1963 and 64, and he plays it up here. So we'll do it that way. First note is 7th fret D string. Second note is 8th fret D string. This is the two notes leading into the solo. And then we hit the F chord, and the first note on that is 5th fret G string. Next note is the 6th fret B string. So we're going 7th fret D to 8th fret D, 5th fret G, 6th fret B. Next note is 7th fret G, and then 5th fret G. So we've got next note is 8th fret D string to 7th fret D string. So we've got next note is 5th fret D string. So we've got I'll play that a bit slower. Next note is 8th fret A string. Now this leads into the second half of this part of the solo. And then we go to the 9th fret A string, so just one up from that note we have finished on. And the next notes are 7th fret D string and 5th fret G string, so you're skipping two at a time. So we've got 9th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret. It's a bit of a stretch, but practice it a few times and get it. We go from that note there, 5th fret G string, to the 8th fret G string. And then we go down a fret to the 7th fret. Now I like to slide up to this one. I think that's what he does when he did it live. I think he does it on the record as well. So we slide up from, say, from the 5th fret down, and then down to the 5th fret, the note that where we slid up from. next two notes, you've got your 8th fret D string to your 7th fret D string, just down one, and then back up to the 8th fret. And then back up, back up to the 8th fret. Let's just try the whole thing. At this point here, we change positions down to the 3rd fret because we're on a kind of a G minor chord. This is a nice little bit of the solo. So let's. So we're borrowing the G, B, and E strings, and then we're going. We'll quickly kind of go up to the 5th fret, but only on the G and the high E. We leave the B string on the 3rd fret. So it's we go up to that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Right. After that, we do exactly the same thing. We slide up to the 6th fret, so we're on the B flat minor. Exactly the same thing, 3 times up to this bit here. So once you get this one, then you just slide up three frets and you do exactly the same thing. Now I'm using my 3rd and 4th fingers for this bit. To be specific about what George Harrison does, he uses that finger there and that finger there, so those two instead of those two. But I've got a fat finger. That's quite a fat finger, so that kind of gets in the way sometimes with the B string. So I tend to use my my thinner one, that one there. But you can do it the way George does it. I did a little kind of hammer on there. Right, let's just try the whole thing from up to that point. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Next bit is we go to an F. It's like an F chord. It's sort of an F6. We can bar this. Okay, we're going up to the 8th fret, bar with the 1st finger. 3rd finger we can put across all those strings. So the D, G, B, and high E string. We don't mind if we hear that out there because it's quite nice. Makes it a 6. Mellow, jazzy kind of sound. Where was I? You can do that little F note there on the A string if you like first. Next bit is it's a kind of now let me see, 10th fret. This is like a C6, B6, B flat 6. But we're not playing it with the bar chord because we need just those notes there. 10th fret D string, 9th fret G string, 8th fret B string. No, got that wrong. 10th fret D, 9th fret G, 10th fret B string, 8th fret top high E string. So we're on the same kind of area, same fret. I'll slide up for a bit. The nice little slide, it sounds quite nice. we do is flat. Keep the same chord shape. Look at the picking pattern in the right hand. Down, up, down, up, down. Bit of vibrato there if you like. Near the end of the solo now we are. He now goes to an F sharp 7th. So we've got like to put a bit of the old Bixby on it. If you've got one, might as well use it. Stop that chord there. Go right down to the F sharp 2nd fret. Okay, it's an F sharp 7th. Bar the 2nd fret, 4th fret A string, open, well, 2nd fret D, 3rd fret G, little finger on the 5th fret B string, and you've got the top F sharp going there. So from the F, very end of the solo. No, sorry. Let's just do the whole thing up to there now. So 1, 2, 3. And we're almost at the end of it now. Last 3 notes. I used to do that. He might have gone. He would have done it up there probably. I'll just play the whole last bit. And that goes into the middle 8 bit. So let me just play the. So basically it's like an F chord. 1st fret, or well, 1st fret, top string, 1st fret B, 2nd fret G string, and then we do 5th fret low E string for the A note, 3rd fret A string, 6th fret A string, 4th fret D string, 7th fret D string, 5th fret G string, 6th fret B string, and then 7th fret G string for the B flat. So that is. I'll play that slower. 5th fret A, 5th fret low E string, 3rd fret A string, 6th fret A string, 4th fret D string, 7th fret D string, 6th fret B string, 5th fret G string. Right, let's just play the whole thing through. I'll play it slowly first. Play it a bit quicker. I'll play it up to the normal speed. that's it. That's the closest I can get to what George Harrison was playing in 1963. Bit more blingy than his was, but anyway, stay safe, stay home, and learn the guitar. All the best, Jeff.